The night her world collapsed began with a ring slipping from her finger and rolling across a marble restaurant floor, making a soft sound that somehow felt louder than her heartbeat. Everyone around them froze. Music stopped. Conversations died mid-sentence. And when her fiancé finally spoke, his voice was calm, rehearsed, almost kind, as he said he was in love with someone else. In that moment, she realized heartbreak was not loud like movies promised. It was quiet. It was humiliating. It was lonely. Arohi walked out into the rain without waiting for explanations. Her phone buzzed with messages she did not read. Her dress clung to her skin, but she felt nothing except a hollow ache spreading through her chest. She had given 8 years of her life to a man who chose another woman without hesitation. What hurt more than the betrayal was the sudden realization that the future she had trusted was gone, erased in a single sentence. She did not see the car coming. The screech of brakes cut through the rain, and strong hands pulled her back just in time. She collapsed onto the pavement, shaking, breathless. The man who saved her knelt beside her, his coat already soaked, his eyes filled with a fear that surprised her. He asked if she was hurt, if she could stand, if she needed a doctor. His voice was steady, but his hands trembled. That man was Kabir Malhotra. At the time, Arohi did not know he was one of the youngest self-made CEOs in the country. She only knew that he gave her his umbrella, insisted on taking her to the hospital, and waited silently outside the emergency room even after doctors confirmed she was physically fine. When she thanked him, he smiled softly and said he was just glad she was alive. Then he left, disappearing into the rain like a stranger meant to be forgotten. But Kabir did not forget her. He never had. 10 years earlier, Arohi had been a struggling intern in a small architecture firm. Kabir was a quiet investor who visited the office one afternoon. While others ignored him, Arohi offered him tea, helped him understand the blueprints, and defended his unconventional ideas during a meeting. That day, she spoke with passion about building homes that felt safe, about creating spaces where people could heal. Kabir fell in love with her not because of her kindness alone, but because of her courage. He never told her. He watched from afar as she climbed higher, as she fell in love with another man, as life pulled her away. He chose silence, believing her happiness mattered more than his feelings. Fate, however, had other plans. 2 weeks after the accident, Arohi joined a new company, desperate for a fresh start. On her first day, she walked into the boardroom and froze when she saw Kabir at the head of the table. Their eyes met, recognition flashing between them. He stood up immediately, respectful, distant, introducing himself as the CEO. There was no hint of familiarity in his voice, no claim over the moment they shared. Only professionalism. Working under Kabir was not easy. He was disciplined, demanding, and emotionally guarded. Arohi struggled with self-doubt after her broken engagement. She questioned her worth, her judgment, her ability to trust. Every small failure felt like proof that she was not enough. Kabir noticed everything. He adjusted workloads without making her feel weak. He defended her ideas in meetings without taking credit. When others whispered about her past, he shut them down with quiet authority. Still, he kept his distance. The biggest challenge came when Arohi's ex-fiancé announced his engagement to the woman he had chosen. The news spread quickly, reopening wounds Arohi thought had begun to heal. She made mistakes at work, missed deadlines, and finally broke down in the office late one night. Kabir found her sitting alone, staring at unfinished designs, tears running freely. For the first time, he did not walk away. He told her she was allowed to grieve. He told her betrayal was not a reflection of her value. He did not speak about love or destiny. He simply stayed, listening, offering quiet strength. That night, Arohi realized something had changed. She felt safe. As months passed, their bond deepened slowly, carefully. Arohi began to rediscover her confidence. She led a major project that saved the company during a financial crisis. Kabir trusted her completely, placing responsibilities in her hands that others thought were too much. When the project succeeded, the board praised Kabir. He redirected the spotlight to Arohi without hesitation. But love does not come without fear. Arohi struggled with the idea of trusting again. She feared becoming dependent, feared being abandoned. Kabir, too, fought his own battle. 10 years of silence had taught him restraint, but also loneliness. He feared that confessing his love would pressure her, that she might feel indebted rather than chosen. The tension between them grew until the day Arohi resigned. She believed she was holding him back, that rumors about their closeness would damage his reputation. Kabir read her resignation letter in silence, then called her into his office. For the first time, his control cracked. He told her the truth. He told her about the intern who inspired him, about the years he watched her from a distance, about the night he almost lost her to traffic and realized silence had already cost him too much. He did not ask for her love. He said he would accept her decision, but he could not let her leave without knowing she had been cherished long before she was broken. Arohi cried, not from pain, but from release. She understood then what real love looked like. It was patience. It was respect. It was choosing someone every day without demanding anything in return. Their final challenge came from the world itself. Media scrutiny intensified when their relationship became public. Critics accused Arohi of using Kabir's power. Investors doubted Kabir's judgment. The pressure was immense. Arohi offered to step away again. Kabir refused. He stood before his board and declared that leadership meant standing by the people who made you stronger, not sacrificing them for approval. He chose her openly. Years later, under the same rain-soaked sky where fate had intervened, Kabir proposed. Not with a grand spectacle, but with a quiet promise. He told her she was not a replacement, not a rescue, not a second choice. She was the woman he had waited for, not because she belonged to him, but because she deserved a love that never left. When Arohi said yes, it was not because her past had been erased, but because it had led her here. To a man who waited 10 years in silence, not to claim her as a trophy, but to honor her as a queen. The story they built together became a reminder that true love does not rush, does not compete, and does not abandon. Sometimes, it waits. And when it finally speaks, it heals everything the world once broke. Chapter 2. Shaadi Kubad Zindagi Ne Arohi or Kabir Ko Fairy Tale Jays Nahi, Baki Ek Ne Young Jays Welcome Kia. Log Samaj the Kusab Kuch Perfect Haga, Lekin Hakikat Yati Kuasal Intihan Abshuru Wada. Kabir Ek Powerful CEO the, or Arohi Absurf Uski Baiwi Nahi, Baki Uski Company Ki Sab's Important Leader BT. Do Roles, Do Zimmedarian, or Ek Rishta Jo Abi Nayatha. Shaadi Kukuch Hai Maheen Bad Company Ko Apni Sabs Badi Crisis Ka Samna Karnapada. Ek International Deal, Jo Company Ka Future Badal Sakti T, Akanak Katra Main Aa Gai. Media Ne Rumors Phila Dai Kukabir Apni Personal Life Ki Waja Se Focus Ko Raha Hai. Board Kukuch Members Kili Aam Arohi Par Ungli Yuthane Lage. Woken Lage Kukabir Ku Decisions Emotional Ho Gay Hain. Arohi Ne Yasab Suna, Mrs. Kia, Lekin Chuprahi. Uski Liya Sabs Bada Challenge Yanahi the Kulagas Par Sawal Utharahi the, Baki Ya the Kukabir Kucher Par Wo Pressure Dekrahi T Jo Wo Jishi Ko Daikana Nahi Chata the. Rat Ko Jab Kabir Files Kubich Thaka Hua Baithta, Arohi Chup Chop Uski Liya Chai Ladi or Uski Kanda Par Hoth Rock Kar Kadi, Tamakele Nahi Ho. Deal Kudin Jays Karib Aa Rahi the. Arohi Kupast Ka Ek or Zakmsani Aa Kata Hua. Uska ex fiancé, Joab Ek rival company Kusatha, ISS deal Ko Tatan Ki Puri Koshish Kar Rahatha. Usanjan Bujkar rumors spread Kai Ku Arohi company Ku confidential plans leak Kar Rahi Hai. Ye Arohi Kuliya Sabs Gera Dakatha. Uska dil Tut Gaya, Par is Baras and Kud Ko Kamzer Nahi Hon Dia. Board meeting main Jab Arohi Par Sita Ilzam Lagaya Gaya. Kamra Bilkul Kamash Ho Gaya. Sab Kabir Ki Taraf Dek Rahida, expecting Ku Wo Apni Baiwi Kabashav Karega. Lekin Kabir Ne Kuch or Hai Kia. Usn Arohi Ko Kud Boln Kamauka Dia. Arohi Ne Bina Gabre, Ser Data, Proofs or Emails Table Par Rock Dai. Uski Awaz Shanti, Par Uski Alphas Main Sach or Himat Danotha. Ustin Surf Arohi Ki Safai Nahi Hui. Baki Board Ko Yebi Samaj Aa Gaya Ku Wo Surf CEO Ki Baiwi Nahi, Baki Ek Leader Hai. Deal Final Hui. Company Bak Gai. Kabir Ne Arohi Ko Publicly Credit Dia, Lekin Asli Jeet Us Wakt Hui Jab Arohi Ne Kud Ko for Se Pechan Lia. Usrat arohi eni kabir se kaha ku usi dar lagda hai ku kahin uski waja se kabir ko nuksan na ho. Kabir eni uski hath pakad kar kaha, main tumhara sothaslai nahi da raha kyunki mui tumhari zararat hai. Main tumhara sothaslai da raha hun kyunki main tum chunta hun. Zindagi furbiasan nahi hui. Kam or pyar ku beach balance banana mushkilda. Kabi kabir late nights main office main attack jada, kabi arohi projects main dub jadi. Choti choti batan par bihas hodi, ego takrata, kamoshi aa jadi. Lekin farkia the kudano bagdi nahi the. Wo baith kar bat kardi the, galti monte the, or ek dusser ko samaj and ki koshish kardi the. Sabs emotional pal tab iya jab arohi eni apni ma ko hospital main deka. Purani yadin, purani insecurity, sab wapas aa gaya. Arohi tut rihi t. Is bar kabir ne sab chod kar uski soth hospital ku corridor main puri rat gazari. Usn arohi ko yad dalaya ku strong hona ka matlab akela hona nahi hoda. Kabir kuliya arohi surf queen nahi t, wo uska gar t. Chapter 2 Ka sabs bada satya the kulov surf bashain kuliya nahi hoda, baki soth chaln kuliya hoda hai. Kabir ne arohi ko queen banaya, lekin arohi ne kabir ko ek baitar insan banaya. Dano ne sika kud jab danaya test leti hai, tab rishta to tuta hai, ya fur or gera ho jada hai. Or unka rishta, har imtihan kubad, or zayada mazbut hoda chala gaya.